Welcome back to the VS Showdown. Today we dive into an epic alternate reality. What if Ghidorah woke up in 2014? The stage is set for a clash of titans unlike any we've seen before. The world as we know it is teetering on the brink, with humanity caught in the crossfire. Let's start by explaining the premise, and then leap right into the story. In the original 2014 movie, Godzilla battled the MUTOs in San Francisco, establishing himself as the king of the monsters. But what if Ghidorah, the three-headed terror buried in Antarctica, had awoken earlier than 2019? The ripple effects would be catastrophic, and today, we'll explore this thrilling scenario. The movie begins just as you remember it. The MUTOs, male and female, emerge, wreaking havoc across the globe, culminating in their arrival in San Francisco. The military braces for impact, and Godzilla begins his march to the city. But this time, the world's balance shifts drastically. Far to the south, an earthquake in Antarctica shakes the frozen wasteland. Deep beneath the ice, Ghidorah stirs. The vibrations weaken the icy prison until, crack! The golden three-headed titan bursts free. His deafening roar echoes across the continent, a harbinger of destruction. Godzilla en route to San Francisco hears the roar. Instinctively he changes course, heading to Antarctica. Making landfall, he breaks through the ice and locks eyes with Ghidorah for the first time. The king of the monsters meets the golden demise, and it's immediately clear, Godzilla is outmatched. Ghidorah towers over Godzilla, snarling and spreading his colossal wings. Godzilla roars back, charging forward. Ghidorah counters, biting down on Godzilla's arms and neck with his side heads, lifting him effortlessly and slamming him into the frozen ground. Godzilla fires his atomic breath, but the blast is weak. Still affected by the EMP fields from his earlier encounter with the MUTOs. It barely singes Ghidorah's golden scales. Meanwhile in San Francisco, chaos reigns. The female MUTO begins laying her eggs while the male MUTO fends off military attacks. The city is on the verge of collapse, but back in Antarctica, the battle takes a grim turn. Godzilla is bloodied and battered, unable to match Ghidorah's overwhelming strength. Just as it seems Ghidorah will finish him off, military jets arrive, bombarding the three-headed titan. Distracted, Ghidorah spreads his wings and takes off into the sky, leaving Godzilla defeated but alive. Godzilla regains his strength and resumes his journey to San Francisco to confront the MUTOs. Ghidorah, meanwhile, flies to South America, drawn by the volcanic home of Rodan. Landing on the volcano, Ghidorah unleashes his gravity beams, shattering the dormant Titan's containment. Rodan bursts out, colliding mid-air with Ghidorah. The fiery pterosaur fights valiantly but is no match for Ghidorah's brutality. Ghidorah bites down on Rodan, slamming him into the volcano's slopes until he submits. Claiming dominance, Ghidorah performs his alpha call, waking titans across the globe. Scylla stirs from the depths, Methuselah rises from his mountain, and Behemoth charges through the jungle. All answer the call to serve their new king. In San Francisco, the MUTOs are locked in battle with Godzilla. The alpha call reverberates even here, and the MUTOs, sensing Ghidorah's command, begin rampaging with renewed vigor. The female MUTO slams Godzilla to the ground while the male MUTO dives from above, stabbing Godzilla with his claws. The military, desperate to end the chaos, resorts to nuclear options. A bomb is dropped on the city. The explosion releases massive amounts of radiation. Godzilla absorbs the energy, his body glowing faintly blue. While not at full strength, he is revitalized. The MUTOs also feed on the radiation, growing stronger. The male MUTO attacks first, but Godzilla counters with a devastating tail whip, smashing him into a skyscraper and killing him instantly. The female MUTO charges, her claws digging into Godzilla, but he retaliates by firing his atomic breath down her throat, killing her with the iconic kiss of death. As Godzilla roars triumphantly, Ghidorah arrives, slamming into him mid-flight. The battle resumes with Ghidorah's gravity beams overwhelming Godzilla's atomic breath. At Outpost 61, Mothra's egg hatches. The larva quickly spins a cocoon, emerging in her radiant imago form. She flies to San Francisco, engaging Ghidorah in a fierce aerial battle. Rodan, now Ghidorah's subordinate, intercepts Mothra. The two clash in a fiery dance, with Mothra stabbing Rodan with her stinger. She turns her attention to Ghidorah, webbing one of his heads to the ground and slashing at him with her claws. Ghidorah retaliates, his gravity beams vaporizing Mothra mid-air. Her life force transfers to Godzilla, empowering him further. Now glowing with new energy, Godzilla rises. He fires a powerful atomic breath, knocking Ghidorah out of the sky. The two titans clash one final time, with Godzilla gaining the upper hand. However, Ghidorah's cunning prevails. He calls his Titan allies to San Francisco. Scylla, Behemoth, and Methuselah arrive, forcing Godzilla into a desperate battle for survival. Godzilla defeats each challenger, but at great cost. As he looks to the skies, Ghidorah is gone. Godzilla, realizing he needs more power, retreats to a nuclear plant in France, absorbing its radiation. His body glows brighter than ever as he prepares for the final confrontation. Fully charged, he returns to Antarctica for a rematch with Ghidorah. Godzilla uses atomic pulses to ground Ghidorah, delivering blow after blow. In a final act of dominance, Godzilla unleashes a concentrated atomic breath, vaporizing Ghidorah once and for all. Godzilla roars victoriously, standing as the undisputed king of the monsters. The world, though scarred, witnesses the might of its protector. Until next time, stay epic.